So yesterday I've told you we will discuss about Shanta Kumar Committee. Okay, even though it was in 2015, it is still relevant. So I will briefly discuss about that committee and then we will discuss about agricultural marketing. Okay, so today's main topic is actually agricultural marketing only, but related to subsidies, buffer stocks, etc. This committee had made some recommendation. We will discuss about that recommendation. So just give a heading. High level committee on restructuring of Food Corporation of India. High level committee on restructuring of Food Corporation of India. Okay. So yesterday we have discussed few problems related with procurement. Okay, so excessive procurement by FCI, it may be a fiscal burden, it may lead to wastages. Those things we have discussed. So here in bracket you can write Shanta Kumar Committee, or just write it was chaired by Shanta Kumar, 2015. So he was actually the former Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh. Okay, so Shanta Kumar Committee recommendation. So write the recommendations. First one, better support price operation. Better support price operation for pulses, oil seeds, and link their MSP policy with the trade policy, so that their landed cost. What do you mean by landed cost? Imported cost. Okay, so their landed cost are not below MSP. So link the MSP policy and the trade policy in such a way that the landed cost of these will be not below MSP. Okay, so now when we talk about trade policy, what do you mean by trade policy? Here I am talking basically about the custom duty. Okay, so based on custom duty only, actually you can manage the prices of the imported products, or the landed cost. If you need to manage with the custom duty. So here what he is saying is the import cost should be more than the MSP. It should not be below the MSP. Second one, next recommendation you can write.
Sir, I can't understand.
See, let's suppose government is giving taking at MSP, let's say 10 rupee. So if you have a provision to import at lesser than this, okay, it is not accepted. So you should not be allowed to import at 9 rupee. So what should be done by the government? You have to charge an extra custom duty in this context. If let's suppose MSP is fixed as 10 rupee, and if there is a provision to import at 9 rupee, then in the market there will be 9 rupee, right? What it will lead to? It will lead to import of products, because government is making a promise to the farmers that government will procure unlimited commodity. So farmers will give it to the government at this particular price, but there is a possibility to import at 9 rupee. So what the market will do, what the other traders and all will do, they will only import. So what will happen? The import will keep on increasing, and that will affect the trade balance. So it has to be made in such a way that this price, okay, should be this price should be more than MSP, or MSP should be below than the. So how can you do that? What you can do is you can add some custom duty here. So impose some custom duty in those items, okay, which is coming lesser than the MSP when you are importing. So now what will happen? This will be 11. This price will be 11. So do you think now the traders will import? Rather they will try to get it from the farmers at 10.5, right? Government is ready to take a 10. So if the traders are offering 10.5, farmer will give it to whom? To the trader. So the traders will get it from the market will get it from the farmers at this price. Okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, got it.
Yeah. So it has to be, there are a lot of issues with respect to this, because your trade balance will be very badly, very severely affected if you keep on importing more. So if the imported price is less than MSP, means farmers only will give it to government, and MSP Less than that, you keep on importing. That is not sustainable, that is not desirable. In all ways, it is not accepted. So it is a very simple logic only. Second one, the Food Corporation of India, the FCI, just write FCI, the FCI should hand over procurement operations. FCI should hand over the procurement operations of wheat and rice, procurement operation of wheat and rice to the states which have adequate infrastructure. Okay, so FCA should hand over the procurement operation of wheat and rice to the states which have adequate infrastructure. So what will happen here? It will reduce the cost, right? Cost of procurement and everything, it will be reduced if you can hand over it to the state, or at least those states which is having better setup and better infrastructure, you can give it to those states. Third one, you can write the FCI should move on. The FCI should move on helping those states which suffer from distress sale at prices. Distress sale means sometimes, even though, see, the government is offering MSP, let's say, see, I'm simply taking 10 rupee. This is not the case, it will be based on ton, quintal, etc. But here let's say 10 rupee. But it is not necessary that all the farmers can go and sell this, right? So organized setup is very difficult sometimes. So sometimes farmers have to sell it at distressed price in the market, like 7 rupees, 6 rupee, etc. because of lack of awareness or because of many other problems. Practical hindrances are there. So in this case, distress case, FCA has to support. So FCA should move on helping those states which suffer from distress sale at prices much below MSP. This is what, if the farmers are selling price which is below the MSP and which are dominated by small holdings, So that is again a very simple point. FCA should help. Okay, next point, fourth one. Okay, now all these recommendations, why I am giving, this is not with the perspective of prelims. If the question is asked in mains, you should be in a position to write all these as the suggestions. Even if you're not writing it as Shanta Kumar Committee recommendation or not, it's not a problem. You can say all these as your suggestions or your own recommendation also. Okay, the landed cost should be more than MSP. You can say if the state is having adequate infrastructure, give the facility to procure these food grains to the state itself, so that you can avoid wastage, so that you can save the cost of procurement, etc. Okay, these are general points also. So it can be there in your answer, whether it is essay or GS, whatever it is. Next point, 4. In case of any bonus given by the states, in case of any bonus given by the state government, in case of any bonus given by the state government on top of MSP, see, MSP central government fixing and giving, but apart from that, maybe state government also may give some bonus, okay, or some more subsidy, the FCI should not accept, grains beyond the quantity needed for its PDS, public distribution system, and other welfare schemes. See, this point is talking about this case only. For example, if you are offering MSP, then government is bound to procure everything that is farmer giving to the government. That is a guarantee which has been made by the government before sowing, right? Under MSP, unlimited quantity of the commodity will be purchased by the government. But there may be cases where the state government also will offer something. Let's say here it is 10 rupees the MSP. Let's suppose some extra money will be provided by the state government. See, if MSP is this, in the market price may be 11 rupee or 12 rupee, etc. But if because of this subsidy also the price is getting 15, so farmer will give it to this. So in this context, if you are going for procurement, you have to procure so much of commodity at so high price. So it will lead to wastage of resource firstly, secondly fiscal burden also. So in this context, what you need to do, only those things which is required for your PDS and your buffer stock should be procured, not completely. Government should not take up the commitment of procuring complete in case if something is given over and above MSP. If it is MSP, you have already made the commitment. If it is something extra from MSP, then you should not have that commitment. I hope you understood. Okay, so the FCI should not accept grains beyond the quantity which is needed for the PDS and other welfare schemes. Okay, next point. Government should moderate rice and wheat subsidy. Rice and wheat subsidy. I've told you yesterday when we have discussed about this, even subsidy, because of these two cases, wheat and rice, subsidies sometimes is even going beyond market price also, or it is even getting closer to market price, and that is leading to a lot of issues. That is what we have discussed towards the end of yesterday's discussion, right? I've told you it is leading to wastages, it is leading to fiscal burden, it is leading to, you know, the problem in diversification of crops, and only people are going for these two crops, and that lead to problems with respect to the other crops. Okay, so all those things we have discussed. Okay, now one more concept you can write: price stabilization fund. Price stabilization fund. Price stabilization fund.
So, excuse me. So what is the reason that MSP for rice and wheat is touching the market price?
Government is giving MSP because of a lot of political pressure also is there for these two. That is the reason why I've told you yesterday also, farmers movement, some sections of the farmers are getting very stronger, and they have that pressure group, they have their lobby. So there is a lobbying also which is going on. All these are part, and especially these two are affecting food security, very important, no? So you have to give maximum assurance to the farmers of rice and wheat.
Yes, sir.
So different reasons are there, nothing specific there, but the price is actually going up. MSP for these two are actually going up.
Excuse me, sir. So can one of the reasons be the demand for these two are also high?
Demand, if demand is high, obviously demand for these two are high, because these are affecting food security. So what is
Yes,
most
sir, that's
important?
what I said. That can this one be the reasons?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Tell me.
Sir, in rice and wheat, all types are come, like basmati and Garbati and all.
Yes.
Okay, as a whole.
Yes. Okay, right under price stabilization fund, it was established in 2015. For stabilizing prices of selected agricultural and horticultural commodities. For stabilizing prices of selected agricultural and horticultural commodities. Okay, so basically in case of excess, government will purchase, government will buy, and in case of shortage, sell also. Okay, so under this, government agencies like FCI, NAFED, we will discuss about this, etc., buys and sells. Buys in case of excess, they will buy. In case of shortage, they will sell. So buys and sells, and export and import, agricultural commodities to reduce fluctuations in their prices, Okay, so see, if the onion price is shooting up, what will happen? You will actually have to import onion. That is the most important thing that you can do actually. You cannot go for producing onion within 1 month, right? That is not possible. The production is not possible. If you have excess stock, you can sell in the market. That is one thing that you can do. Apart from that, what you can do, you can import. Similarly, in case of excess bumper production, one you can do is actually you can buy back, okay, buy all those things, or you can export also, like this. Okay, so that is about price stabilization fund. One more point you can write under that. Under the scheme, a buffer stock, I will discuss what is buffer stock in detail. Under the scheme, a buffer stock of 2 metric ton of pulses was created in 2016. Actually, in 2015, this was there. The buffer stock was there for onion and potato in 2015. So this was in 2016 for pulses. It basically depends on the volatility. So 2016 pulses was more important. In 2015, onion, potato was more important. So this is actually based on volatility. You don't want to get into this. I just told you the buffer stock was created for this. 2 metric ton buffer stock was created.